Hello, the internet. Matthew here, coming to you from the beautiful and spacious Comset State Park. It is another spectacular day, and I'm thrilled to bring you another fantastic vlog. I want to thank you for tuning in, and of course carry right along from the last piece. Today, we're going to talk about why you must get out of your own way. A reporter once asked Mohandas Ghandi, "What is your message?" His simple yet profound reply has since been inscribed above the entrance of the Ghandi Museum in Delhi. "My life is my message." Ghandi was authentic from the word go. He knew his purpose, and he focused on it with unwavering conviction. He spent his life in through-me mode, and some would even argue that he reached as-me mode before he was assassinated. Long before he united a disparate people into a nation that was able to stand up to an empire, the journey he went on towards the world that he wanted to see began with small, defiant actions of civil disobedience, which he carried out himself. Those actions emboldened a small group of fellow Indians to take up the cause for freedom, and that tiny group grew into a movement which eventually swept the subcontinent. His life, difficult to summarize in a paragraph, was a testament to who he was and what he believed was possible, so there was no need for a label, slogan, or catchphrase. While in the process of writing these vlogs, I was forced to re-examine the steps that I've taken on my journey toward the world that I want to see and where I've come so far. In fact, as I was coming towards the end of that writing process, I passed by the 1-year mark for a video regarding my climb out of the underworld and the formation of this company. It was wonderful to see that reminder of how far I've come. But when I was done looking back, I inevitably had to look forward and ask myself, what's my message? In 2001, a 14-year-old Malawian farmer boy named William Kamkwamba, I really hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, managed to save his 9-person family from starvation when a famine gripped the region. When his parents were unable to afford the fees, he and his 6 sisters were kicked out of school. Undeterred by the problems set before him, William went to the library and, with his very poor grasp of English, taught himself electrical engineering so that he could build a windmill out of junk. His diligence paid off, and over the next few years he managed to build several more windmills, save his family farm, and within the decade, he had started several businesses as well. Not only that, he managed to get onto the official TED stage 3 times, as well as attending many other conferences and exhibitions. When you watch those TED lectures, which I've of course linked down in the description below, you will come to see how much more you and I have working for us than William did when he decided to challenge the common perception and let nothing hold him back from the new reality that he wanted to see, where he could provide for himself and his loved ones. Monster Health and Fitness was born out of the idea that we need to do more than simply make peace with the parts of ourselves that we would rather hide or discard. We need to allow those monsters inside of us a real space in the real world and utilize their strength in our lives. And once you do, hopefully you will come to understand that the only thing that determines if you're actually capable of seeing the world you want to see is whether you focus on what you lack with grief or on what you have with gratitude. This idea came about as a result of hard-earned lessons about who we are, why we do what we do, and how we can actually create the world that we want to see by altering our perceptions and following that shift in consciousness with consistent action. Over the last few years, I've come to discard so much of what I was brought up to believe and replace it with new knowledge, with which I was able to build a new mental framework for myself by utilizing the very same tools that you have at your disposal. Through the internet, I've been able to learn at the digital feet of Tai Lopez, Peter Sage, Mel Robbins, Marissa Peer, Sean Stevenson, Les Brown, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jordan Peterson, and so many other incredible minds. I've done my best to share what I've absorbed from them with you, intertwining their words with my own experiences, the entire time exposing both my failures and successes with the entire world. I've learned so much in my somewhat short life, but I can honestly say that I absorbed most of it within the last 4 years and implemented much of it in just the past 2. In that time, I learned the value of trials and how supposedly bad times actually do more to help us grow than at any other point in our lives. I've learned that not everything that happens to us has to have a meaning, but that we can certainly find a lesson in it. I've learned that life is not fair. It does not have to be, and you are not owed anything that you do not work for. I've learned that not all pain can be healed, but that it doesn't have to hold us back from getting what we want. I've learned that the biggest obstacle to what we want is ourselves and the perceptions that were programmed into us when we were young. I've learned just how true cliches like be yourself, trust your instincts, and believe in yourself really are. I've learned that we don't have nearly as much control over our lives as we think we do. I've learned that life will never be what we expect it to be, so that we might as well just enjoy living. I've learned that life is not what happens to us. Life is what happens through us. I am so eternally grateful for all of the pain that I have suffered, because it not only taught me so much, it brought me back to the careers that I loved that I never thought I would be doing again. What's more, I've gotten sober, learned how to manage my mental aberrations better, crawled from the pits of despair, all while building a future for myself and my loved ones by creating a message that I am so passionately engaged in sharing with the rest of the world. There's been a lot to hold me back, but I don't let any of it stop me anymore. And you can do the same. All you have to do is get out of your own way. That's my message. That's my life. This is the final installment in this vlog series, but I have one last assignment for you. Take the long way to your utopia. Abandon safety, remake your identity, and be who you really want to be. Self-awareness does not happen in a vacuum, so upgrade your peer group, connect to others, find your modern tribe, and believe in all that you are. Our biology will ruin our lives. So when you emerge from the ice after great pain, a thorough education will let you create luck so that you can finesse your way to your goal. Because staying on purpose feeds your success, which is the result of how much you give. I will inevitably return with another vlog series. In the meantime, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and you hit the little notification bell so you can be informed of new videos when they're posted. And I encourage you, as always, to check the reference material in this and all other vlogs, which is always found in the description. And of course, please make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And stay in touch and keep up the conversation so we can all develop on this journey together. For now, this is Matthew of... you know the rest. Now get out of your own way.